Alrighty. Hello, hello, Mary. How are
Hi,
you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good, and I know I'm frozen on your side, so I apologize for that.
No worries, no worries.
But we had a
It
great
happens.
conversation before the recording started, but I would love for you to simply just kickstart this interview and tell me a little bit about your professional experience.
Well, I have over 25 years of experience in administrative customer service. I started really young at an office um, for a company, DF, DFDSW Transport, which was like I was an administrative assistant. Then I became an executive assistant later on. My most recent job, I was an office manager, which involved a lot of executive assistant work. And also a senior analyst for a company called Colmore that became BlackRock took over it. So I was almost over 7 years there. But it's just been an amazing journey. And I also worked for an immigration attorney as well when I was younger, which I loved because it really allowed me to continue to speak my native language, which is Spanish. And I loved it. I loved being able to help people and just be that support system for them, you know?
Absolutely.
And yeah, so it's been a great journey. Yeah. So it's
Yeah, and thank you for that introduction. It was really it was great because you put into perspective as far as the type of roles that you worked in, where you started, right? You started in immigration as a EA, all the way up to your latest role in being an office manager slash EA slash senior analyst. So at your last role, you're definitely wearing many hats there. So
yeah.
I want to kind of touch base a little more on this role with Blackwell, well, formerly Colmore. Tell me a little bit about what your day to day looked like.
Well, we did a hybrid position.
Mhm.
So I had to we did have an office though that we went into twice a week. So every week we would go into the office and I would, handle things like in office ordering for make sure like supplies are taken care of as an office manager. Like we have coffee, we have snacks, we have everything we need for everyone in the office to be able to, kind of make it to where they were comfortable and if they needed something they had it on hand, not have to go because we were inside of a mall. So not to have to go out there to, get anything when they can get it there. And I would start that way, taking care of the office, taking care of all the my office people, and then I would go into my analyst role, which would meet up with my team who was in the UK at the time, UK Bangalore, m- and I would just do my onboarding and help clients out, and basically it was almost like a closing. So we would onboard all these clients that would close out on new uh, basically funds that they wanted to invest in things like that. So I have that portion as well. So but it was great. It was and I also put together the Christmas parties. I did catering for in-house management meetings when we had clients coming from out of town and they had training sessions for the whole week. And I would do all the catering. I would take care of booking the rooms, the meeting rooms, the conference rooms, wherever we
Mhm.
needed to meet. And I took care of things like that. And the biggest thing was the Christmas party because I had a bigger budget to work with, and I would go ahead and find what I needed, like the venue and the catering and everything. I would put all that together. What kind of theme? I would kind of get a group of us together. We had created a committee, like, to be able to come up with ideas together. What do you think would be fun to do this Christmas party? So we had like a masquerade one year. We had an 80s. The last year that we did it, we came up with the 80s party. So it was great. And it was almost like a wedding. It's almost like, when you do, 80 people or more and you're trying to make sure everyone's fed and get everything out there and make it, so people want to come and interact. And so it was really great. So those are
Oh,
some of the things I did.
yeah.
And yeah.
It definitely sounds like you had a busy, busy schedule throughout, the week, just tackling a multitude of, duties or tasks, all the way from, organizing events to overseeing, schedules, travel coordination, etc. So
Oh
definitely a
yeah.
multitasker. Um, Now we know that you're looking for a new position, Mary. So when you think about your next role, what excites you about it?
Meeting new people and understanding what their needs are
Mhm.
and being able to be like, oh, I've got you, I could do that.
Yeah.
And just knowing that I can go into a place and make a difference. And my thing is, I love bringing people together. I just love being that bridge that connects those people, because a lot of times I know it may not seem like it, but I'm an introvert. But at the same time, I tap into my extroverted. So I'm like an ambivert, I guess. But
Yeah.
I understand sometimes I have people that are more quiet and that, and learning how to kind of to read the room, really, to understand who you're working with.
Yeah.
And that way you're really able to meet their needs in a way that they're like, how'd you know? I'm like, it's just, kind of that instinct, and them being comfortable and them being taken care of. When you have an environment that that you're going to be that there's someone looking out for you or someone there to encourage you or someone there to, lift you up or you're having a bad day and just kind of just be there for you, then you it makes you want to be, oh, I like this. This is great. This is a great environment. It's conducive to growing. It's conducive to camaraderie. It's just all those things. And I know that I can bring that to the table
Yeah. Yeah.
because I love to do it. So yeah.
I love that you shared that with me, and I appreciate that. Definitely puts it all into perspective on the way that your work ethic is, not only your work ethic but just in totality of how you treat your colleagues and those around you. So that's definitely amazing, and inspiring in itself. Now, just two more questions for you, Mary, and I'll wrap it up here, I promise. But in reference to, for example, you get a new role, but within the next 30 days of you starting a new role, do you have any vacations coming up, any scheduled appointments that we should know about beforehand?
I think I should be okay. Honestly, I might have one day. But I think it's also actually, there's an event that my fiance and I are going to in March, but I think it's right after work. It's like after 5, so I would have to leave a little bit early.
No
Um,
problem.
in
That's no
March,
problem. Yeah.
it'd be like, kind of leave at 4 or something like that to meet up with him, but that's about it. Like
Perfect.
I don't have anything significant that's like, oh my gosh, I have to take that time. Oh, yeah. No,
Perfect.
I should be fine.
That's great. And once we, go further down the process, we can always talk about that day and you having to leave early. So no
Yeah.
problem at all. Last question for you here. But as far as starting a new role, how soon are you looking to start a new position?
As soon as possible would be great. I mean, the only reason that I'm not currently employed right now is because I moved from Texas to be here in Florida. And now that I'm a Floridian officially, got my driver's license, got everything going.
Yay.
Now that I am a Floridian and I have all that taken care of, because I've been here since the end of November. So, and with the holidays, I know holidays are not during that time. The hiring is like, ooh,
Yeah, it's kind of
full
frozen
stop.
at that time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of frozen until maybe the end of January. Then it starts
Yeah,
picking up a little in February, and then it goes full force when all the budgets come in. By the first
exactly.
quarter. So I know all those things because I had to do reporting at that time, and
Yeah.
so and we had to get our budget to be able to get venues. So I get it, and but yeah, I'm definitely available.
Wonderful. Well, I'm excited to help you with your journey once again, and I appreciate us having or appreciate you being so detailed with your experience. So I'm excited to send this profile over to my hiring managers, and I am going to go ahead and start the recording, Mary. But if you don't mind, stay with me really quickly on the line. I want to chat with you.
Okay.
Thank you.